Ashwagandha is a pretty amazing plant. It's in the nightshade family. It produces these bright red berries, which really you don't want to eat, especially not a lot of them. You can nibble on a couple, but they have some toxins in them. The real main medicinal benefits come from the ashwagandha root. Just recently we were up around Portland, Oregon, where ashwagandha farm is and where we were able to partake in the harvest this year with it. Very amazing stuff, a lot of fun, and to get to smell and taste that fresh root is pretty amazing. So I want to talk a little bit about the benefits of ashwagandha, the effects that they give. One of the main things that ashwagandha is well known for is helping reduce stress. It's not that it stops stress in your outside life, but what happens is your body and your mind just seem to better be able to handle the stress load. So this is both mental stress, like worries or anxieties, that sort of thing, but also the physiological stress that we get from our environment and various toxins that are prevalent today. So ashwagandha is really great for that, and we can see looking in studies or blood work that typically with this reduction in stress we're getting a reduction in cortisol. Cortisol being known as the stress hormone, really important hormone. You do want to have some of it, but many people have chronically elevated cortisol levels, which is more of a symptom than a cause, but a symptom of that stress load on the body. The ashwagandha is also helpful for the thyroid. Doesn't seem like a whole lot of herbs are really active on this, but there's actually some exciting research coming out showing with subclinical hypothyroidism. So there's a epidemic basically of people having thyroid issues. Again, a lot from the toxins in our environment, our food, our water supply, all that make our thyroid not quite produce the hormone levels that are needed, and thyroid hormone being important for metabolism. So many people, of course, having problems with weight loss as well as other problems, just energy, fatigue throughout the day. The thyroid can be an issue, and while there are clinical levels of it, a lot of people are suffering from what they call the subclinical, where it's just off, just not to a certain level where they're gonna say you definitely need to get on thyroid medication, for instance. So the ashwagandha seems to really help support. Some people are saying it's having dual direction activity, so if it's hyper or hypo, it's able to get in that level. It does seem there may be a bit more effect of the hypothyroid. If you're, once again, subclinical there, then it may be helpful there. More research needs to be shown. I did see one case study, a woman that did have hyperthyroidism. The ashwagandha did not work for her. It seemed to get worse when she was on that. And that's an interesting thing about the ashwagandha. There really aren't many side effects to it at all. As far as the different herbs, nothing works for everybody, but ashwagandha works for a lot of people. One of the other main benefits is how it supports sleep. Now, ashwagandha is an adaptogen, but it's quite a bit different from a lot of the other adaptogens out there like ginseng or rhodiola or schizandra or eleuthero. The way that ashwagandha is different is that it is more calming than many of the other ones. Adaptogens by their nature, and this is why a lot of people like them, they tend to be stimulating. Not like caffeine, that's definitely different than that, but they're stimulating in nature. Rhodiola, I think, is one of the best examples of this. It's really like, I take that one, feel it right away, and it's pretty strong stuff. But ashwagandha is more calming, more sedative in its quality. It's not, for most people, it's not gonna like knock them out, take it right before sleep, but some people it does seem to have that effect. But instead, if you take ashwagandha as an adaptogen throughout the day and you take it for a period of time, just most people are going to notice they're getting better quality sleep when they do that. The Latin name, Withania somniferum, you see that somnia, which is the Latin root insomnia or somnambulant, different words here having to do with sleep. And so since early times, since whenever they gave it that Latin name, they've recognized that this is important for it. Ashwagandha is helpful for the other hormones. A lot of guys very interested in it helping to increase testosterone levels. And this goes back to our stress thing earlier. This is where it's really going to be useful. If you have elevated cortisol, basically cortisol and testosterone have an inverse relationship. So if cortisol is high, testosterone is going to be low. If cortisol is kept low, then testosterone can be high. So you're really going to see some benefits there. There's even a study looking at people that already were in healthy, normal ranges of testosterone, and taking ashwagandha supplement, it was able to help support their testosterone levels going even higher. Not to unhealthy ranges, but just getting that even better there. So there's so many different benefits to this amazing root here. And now I want to move into some of the what we do with our root. Like I said, up in Portland, Oregon, around there we have the ashwagandha farm. So it's really cool that we're able to take this amazing Ayurvedic medicine, this that I'd say probably 99% of the world's supply comes from India, where it's from originally, but we're able to grow that here in the USA. Not only that, it's of course grown under organic conditions, not certified, small farm, so haven't got to those levels yet, but it's also biodynamically prepared, which is a whole bunch of different things that is done to really bring the soil quality level up, because the plants essentially, besides the sunlight and the air and the water, they're eating the soil, and that's where that nutrition comes for them. So it's very important that you build up that soil in the first place. And then right here I have some old dried roots. I believe this was one from the previous year's harvest, but we're able to take that fresh root, and we do think that there's something special about that fresh root. Dried ashwagandha, absolutely great, definitely benefit there, but I think there's something special with that fresh root, and really this is true across many of the different herbs. So we're able to take that fresh root and then tincture it immediately into putting it in the maceration. And then we also do a spagyric process, which involves quite a bit more work of calcining the mark once it's spent, and then adding the salts of the ashwagandha back into it. We think that, well, we know that this produces something a little bit of a higher level than what you'll find in most ashwagandha tinctures out there. The taste is phenomenal. I'll put this up against the taste of any other ashwagandha tincture on the market, and I think it will definitely win. It's these extra steps that we go to in the ashwagandha that I really think allows us to bring this amazing ashwagandha that's been getting just rave reviews for it. So very happy to do this. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We got tons of more information about ashwagandha. I just covered some of the benefits here. Go check out our website, a lot more information there. You can look at the research and definitely pick up a bottle of ashwagandha and give it a try today.